Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, we've got an important story for all drivers in the UK. Britons are being issued a fresh warning today as councils across the United Kingdom intensify their crackdown on drivers who misuse blue badge parking bays. Authorities are reminding motorists that parking in a disabled space without the proper permit can lead to serious consequences, including fines that can reach up to £1,000. This alert comes as new nationwide figures reveal the scale of the issue and show that councils are now taking a far tougher stance on parking misuse than in previous years. Over the last 5 years, councils across the country have launched nearly 20,000 investigations into suspected misuse of blue badge parking spaces. These bays are an essential lifeline for people with disabilities, offering them close, safe, and accessible parking for vital daily tasks such as shopping, medical appointments, or navigating busy high streets. However, the rising number of investigations highlights that a significant number of motorists continue to ignore the rules, sometimes out of convenience and sometimes out of deliberate disregard. The data further reveals that more than 14,000 penalty charge notices have been issued to drivers caught using disabled bays improperly. Even more striking, almost 2,000 motorists have been prosecuted for their actions. While prosecutions account for a smaller share of incidents, they still represent nearly 1 in 7 serious cases, showing that legal consequences are becoming increasingly common when misuse appears intentional or repeated. This surge in enforcement reflects a broader shift among councils and private car park operators. With growing pressure on limited parking spaces, authorities are tightening oversight not only of disabled bays but also of areas reserved for electric vehicles and parent and child parking. Car park managers recognize that fair access is essential, and they are investing in technologies such as automatic number plate recognition cameras to monitor vehicles more efficiently. These systems identify cars entering specific bays and compare registration details against valid permits, making it far easier to catch misuse, even when drivers believe they will only be parked for a few minutes. Analysis of the data also shows that misuse is more common in busy towns and cities, where demand for parking spaces is highest. Hospital grounds, shopping centers, and high-traffic urban districts are among the areas with persistent issues, prompting councils to commit more resources to targeted enforcement operations. Lan O'Donoghue, spokesperson for Your Parking Space, commented on the findings, stating that despite councils dealing with tight budgets, enforcement of disabled bays remains a priority. He emphasized that taking a space meant for a disabled driver doesn't just break the rules, it can disrupt an individual's entire day. For someone with limited mobility, being denied an accessible parking spot can mean missing an appointment, experiencing unnecessary pain, or being unable to complete essential tasks. O'Donoghue also warned that many drivers underestimate their chances of being fined or even prosecuted, highlighting that the threat of enforcement is far more serious than people realize. Separate research reveals that more than 2/3 of UK motorists have personally witnessed someone using a disabled bay without displaying a blue badge. With misuse so visible and widespread, frustration is growing among disabled badge holders and responsible drivers alike. Councils are therefore urging the public to report incidents when they see them. Many local authorities now provide simple online reporting tools, allowing residents to submit details such as the location, time, badge number if visible, and the vehicle registration. This information enables enforcement teams to respond quickly and accurately. In more serious or repeated cases, council anti-fraud teams may step in. These specialist officers investigate forged badges, stolen permits, expired badges being reused, and cases where drivers use a badge belonging to someone else without authorization. When intentional misuse is proven, fines can reach £1,000 and prosecutions may follow. Some councils also confiscate badges that have been abused, ensuring they cannot be used illegally again. O'Donoghue acknowledged that while intentional misuse is unacceptable, some drivers end up in the wrong bay because they are stressed, struggling to find parking, or rushing. However, he explained that these moments of pressure do not excuse breaking the rules. He recommended pre-booking a parking space when possible, saying that it reduces panic and prevents impulsive decisions that could lead to fines or legal trouble. For those who genuinely need accessible parking, applying for a blue badge is straightforward. In England, the permit costs £10, in Scotland £20, and in Wales it is free. The badge is valid for up to 3 years, after which holders must reapply before it expires. Applicants must provide a recent photo showing their head and shoulders, proof of identity, proof of address, their national insurance number, and evidence of any relevant benefits. Those renewing must also include details of their current badge. Councils stress that the blue badge system exists to help people with significant mobility issues live more independently and safely. Misusing these spaces undermines that purpose and creates real obstacles for people who rely on accessible parking to maintain their quality of life. Alongside traditional enforcement methods, several councils are now exploring new strategies to prevent blue badge misuse before it happens. Some authorities are piloting real-time monitoring systems that alert enforcement officers the moment a vehicle enters a disabled bay without a registered permit. Others are launching public awareness campaigns in busy shopping districts, encouraging drivers to think twice before parking in a space that isn't intended for them. These campaigns often include testimonials from disabled residents who have struggled because of misuse stories that help illustrate the real-world effects of taking an accessible bay away from someone who truly needs it. Early feedback suggests that when motorists understand the genuine human impact, such as individuals missing medical treatments, facing long painful walks, or being unable to manage essential tasks, they become far less likely to risk parking illegally. Councils are also improving painted markings, adding clearer signage, and enhancing lighting to ensure bays are always visible. These adjustments are vital in preventing accidental misuse, where drivers later claim they didn't realize they were in a restricted area. In addition, councils are now focusing on education alongside enforcement. Local authorities are distributing informational leaflets and hosting community workshops to highlight the importance of accessible parking. Schools, local businesses, and public transport hubs are being engaged to help spread awareness and encourage respect for disabled bays. Some areas are also experimenting with behavioral nudges, such as warning stickers on cars parked illegally or temporary fines that increase for repeat offenders. These measures aim not just to punish but to change attitudes, ensuring long-term compliance. By combining technology, public engagement, and strict enforcement, councils hope to significantly reduce misuse and improve access for those who rely on blue badge spaces daily. Adding to this, some councils are encouraging local communities to volunteer as parking ambassadors to monitor high-risk areas, offering advice and guidance to drivers who may be unaware of the rules. This community involvement not only raises awareness but helps reinforce the importance of accessibility in public spaces. Authorities are also exploring apps that notify drivers of available blue badge spaces in real time, reducing stress and minimizing the temptation to park illegally when spaces are limited. These initiatives demonstrate a clear shift toward proactive solutions rather than relying solely on fines and prosecution. As the nationwide crackdown continues, motorists are being urged to act responsibly, stay informed about parking regulations, and always check that they are parking in an appropriate space. With the continued rise of ANPR technology, stricter penalties, enhanced community engagement, and increased public vigilance, the likelihood of being caught misusing a disabled bay is higher than ever. Councils hope that these combined efforts will not only reduce misuse but also foster greater awareness about the importance of accessibility and fairness in everyday life. If you found this update informative and want to stay updated with more important news and helpful breakdowns like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.